And hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me this week on the latest episode of Transfer Talk. Shout out to everyone that has liked and viewed all my videos. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you can keep up to date with the latest and breaking transfer news coming from Liverpool Football Club. Welcome to the family, and for the people that have subscribed, you are absolutely amazing. I really love you all, and it's really appreciated. Really does help me out a lot. So I just love bringing the latest deals and breaking news to the Liverpool family, basically. But thank you very much. On this episode, I will be talking about Virgil van Dijk, what's happening there at the current stage of what we're up to date at the minute. And then I'll be talking about Gelson Martins, the Portuguese winger that we've been linked with. We're talking about that. It's been reported on Sky and the Liverpool Echo. That's just been broken in the last couple of hours. And then literally at the back end, I will be talking about the sporting director of RB Leipzig has come out and warned off teams from bidding for his players. So yeah, thank you very much for joining everyone. Hope you're having a boss day. Nice and sunny for the first in England. So yeah. But firstly, as everyone knows, Virgil van Dijk, Southampton have had the cheek to actually report us to the Premier League for apparently tapping up. Obviously, you've seen. But it's quite ridiculous, really. I find it, with all teams around Europe, they do, just prime example, Manchester United with Berbatov, back in the day when he used to play for Tottenham. Managers do it in our days. It's like people, rightly or wrongly, managers and players and clubs do talk to each other. It's just, I think Southampton are trying to do it to ease their fans' worries. Like, I think they've turned around to Liverpool in private and went, right, you can have him for 60 million. And then Liverpool have actually turned around and they've went, yeah, go ahead, we'll give you 60 million. And then Southampton are like, but it's been reported in the Liverpool Echo, they are wanting 75 million. So, would you go up to 75 million for Van Dijk? Let me know in the comment section. What would be the, as I mentioned in my last video, if you haven't seen them, check it out. When I talked about Virgil, it was 50 to 60 million I'd pay, but obviously, we're only going to be getting a windfall off the sale of Mohamedou Sakho. I've seen in some quality, someone done an amazing shout. Sorry if I can't remember your name, but someone mentioned in the last video, it was like maybe put Sakho in the deal for getting Virgil van Dijk, which would be very, very interesting. Let me know if you do that in the deal, maybe throw Mohamed Sakho. But even if we did sell Mohamedou Sakho, we'd sell him and maybe get 25 to 30 million. Coming back, so 30 million that we do spend on Van Dijk we'll be getting off Sakho. But yeah, it's been reported in the Liverpool Echo, face a fight for Virgil van Dijk for 75 million. So Southampton yesterday contacted the Premier League to investigate whether there'd been an illegal approach from Liverpool for the player, and this had been a faster conduct, attempting to make life as difficult as possible for the Reds. So trying to get it, making it as difficult as we can, but which is mad really, because we've signed players from Southampton, haven't we? Everyone knows Lallana, Mane, the list is long, Lambert. We've signed a couple of players and Kleiny, so you'd think our relationship would be kind of good, but it's whether to be seen anyway. But that is on the, not on the back boiler, but it is active as always. Hopefully it won't carry on for as long as the classic transfers have regarding Liverpool or any other players that we're selling. So don't think it's concrete interest anyway. It's everywhere. So we are in for Virgil. It's just a matter of time. I mentioned it might be Friday, but hopefully it is Friday. But next week, come next Monday, there'll be a lot more clarity in where we are up to on the issue. But yeah, that's Virgil van Dijk. So I think this is why Celtic are trying to, on Sky, they reported Celtic would be in for a bumper windfall, because when they sold Virgil to Southampton for 13 mil, they put a 10% release clause into the contract, the Dutchman. So whatever money Southampton get, they are obviously trying to get a bit more, because they don't want to really give Celtic any more money than they actually do. So yeah, let me know what you think about Van Dijk. Any more defenders out in Europe that you personally would like, if you've seen or watched in Europe at the minute, leave in the comment section and I'll do a little review, and like we can discuss what centre backs. Like, we're not going to be looking at just one defender, even if it is Van Dijk. Like, as I'm mentioning, Gelson Martins with the Salah. But let me know in the comment section, what centre backs do you want? I've heard a couple of mentions of Kondogbia. I haven't seen him play, but people have been commenting in the section they want to see him play. But let me know any defenders out there in Europe that you've personally watched and think that I'd actually improve this defence, which is the most important. This defence does need improving. So yeah, that's a bit on Van Dijk. Anything more that breaks, I will send it straight to you. Well, thank you very much. And it's been broken. It got broken at 11:30 here in the UK. It's a bit of a mad one. It's out of nowhere. Gelson Martins. Well, apparently we're going. This is on Sky Sports. We're going to be looking to. We've made an approach. Hopefully, it's not illegal. Oh. Sport might kick off and report us to Premier League again. But yeah, he's classed as the Portuguese assist king here in the Echo. While Liverpool chasing Martinez. So apparently, obviously, you're not going to put all your eggs in one basket. Imagine, I'd love it if we could side both of them. Like we do, as I've mentioned in my previous videos. Yeah, again, check them out. I talk about the width and the need and pace in this attack for Liverpool Football Club. If you look at Klopp's Dortmund teams, they were quick counter-attacking teams. They were just literally, they'd sit behind the ball, not fully sit behind the ball, but you'd watch them in Europe and they'd hit the teams on the counter-attack. That's what Jurgen Klopp's men at Borussia Dortmund were best at. So when we got Sadio Mane, if we get Mohamed Salah, and even if it's Martins, who says that we don't need to sign another 2 wingers? With Martins, he's predominantly a right-sided midfielder, playing on the wing, but he can switch onto the opposite wing and play left mid. But with obviously the interchaining of the forward line in Liverpool, it's going to be you play striker, a mix and match of all positions. So Gelson Martins, he plays in the Portuguese league. He's had 32 appearances this season. He got 2,771 minutes with 6 goals and 9 assists in the Sporting Lisbon team. He's only 22 and he's 5'8". So, and the squad number is 77. So let me know, have you seen this lad play? I personally haven't yet again, but it's the last player that we used to miss out on from Sporting Lisbon was Cristiano Ronaldo back in the day when Gerard Houllier refused to pay that extra bit of money before he moved to Manchester United. So let me know, would you really want to see this player? Martins. But yeah, it's only if I think Klopp, we're not just going to be focusing on one target. This one come out and like out of the blue, I'll leave the comments, the stories in the bottom, every single one of them, so you can just check them out. But yeah, let me know. If there's any other wingers as well that you want us to see and play in a red shirt. So watch this space, Martins, as it reports on Sky. We're going to be looking into paying under 40 million, but it could be, I think Sporting Lisbon are meant to be wanting around 55 million. So check that out. Just a quick update on Mohamed Salah, really. A move, he's been pictured taking a picture with 2 Egyptian fans with 2 Liverpool shirts. We've all know the classic pictures. I remember that picture years ago when Stuart Downing was pictured holding a Liverpool shirt in a bar. And it actually, or a scarf, but everyone's going, it's Photoshop. But yeah, Mohamed Salah's been in Egypt. As I mentioned, he's still in Egypt. He hasn't left the country. It's up to his agent to thrash out a deal. But Liverpool, at the minute, they're not going to budge on the 35 million. They are willing to pay 35 million, but at the minute, AS Roma, by the rumours and all that are coming out, they're wanting to bump up the price. That's why we're looking to other targets. So Liverpool going, no, we're looking at other targets. If you don't want our money, then there is other players of that Salah quality round Europe. Klopp and all, as coaching team and all that have obviously clearly identified the targets. They'll have it up in the in Klopp's room, and he'll be like, right, if we can't get him, we'll get this X, Y, and Z. So yeah, hats off. So I'll leave it. Here's the Instagram post with the 2 Liverpool shirts. So check that out. So yeah, the final story that I'm going to be bringing you today. It's coming from RB Leipzig. The German club sporting director Ralf Rangnick said there's no interest in selling any of his first team players. He was quoted as saying, "We're not interested in selling our best players in summer. There are no red lines for us. We will keep our team and improve in several positions. I will not comment on the clubs involved. They're big clubs who are very interesting." So yeah, that's very interesting that he's actually commented and he said, like, especially when the sporting directors come out and actually warned Liverpool and Arsenal specifically. So there must be interest or unless they're just the sporting director is trying to big up the price range, because if other clubs are coming into them, if you throw Arsenal and Liverpool into the hat of apparently being in for the players, they'd be like, oh yeah, these clubs are going to be in for our lads, so we'll raise the bar. Thank you very much everyone for checking out my latest episode. Thank you for the views, likes and subscribes. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe if you can. Keep up to date, and welcome to the family everyone. Hopefully you're having a boss day, and I'll see you very soon. Up the Reds, you never walk alone.